And Casey, what can you tell us about the Freedom Caucus going after Liz Cheney, one of the few women, Republican women in Congress, and someone who's seen as a future leader in that chamber in particular?
Yeah, there are only a handful of women in the Republican Party on the House side, and Liz Cheney passed up the chance to run for Senate in her home state of Wyoming, in large part because she has been talked about as a future possible minority leader or even someday Speaker of the House. She found herself on the receiving end of criticism, and she faced down criticism from about a half dozen members of the Freedom Caucus. That's, of course, you could say most conservative. I think most pro-Trump is probably the best way to characterize those folks, including Congressman Matt Gaetz and Thomas Massie. And she pushed back against them. They criticized her for speaking well of Dr. Fauci in public. She tweeted back in May that he was somebody that we absolutely needed to listen to because of his expertise. And, the reality is that's a reflection, our polling shows, of where the broad swaths of Americans are, and certainly where more mainstream Republicans and even some of the most conservative Republicans in the Senate are saying that we should be listening to Dr. Fauci. So I don't think she's out of step broadly with her party, but the Freedom Caucus didn't agree. And then they also had a spat about Thomas Massie. He is sort of a firebrand libertarian congressman. You'll remember he tripped up the vote on the first coronavirus package when he drove from Kentucky and insisted that all these members of Congress fly back to vote on it. And the president called him a third-rate grandstander, said he should be thrown out of the party. Cheney responded, according to a source I spoke to, by saying that Massie's problem wasn't her, Liz Cheney. Massie's problem was the president of the United States. Now, of course, Massie won his primary in June with no problems, but certainly some tense moments in that it's the first Republican conference meeting in quite some time. They've been being held virtually because of coronavirus. Katie.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.